Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome. Come on in. Come on down. Come on into my craft studio. That's what I've been hearing things called. Craft room. And in some rooms, it probably could be the junk room. But come on in. And tonight we're going to be doing a sheep. I'm Grace with Grace and Sunflowers. And I'm so excited to be doing this tonight. I've been playing around with it, and I made one little sheep. And I've been doing some research. So I want to share this with you guys, hopefully to inspire you. Come on in, let's have some fun. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? Let's have some fun, let's chit chat. And if you're new to my page, welcome. Tell me where you're from. And I just can't wait to start this craft. I actually started it a little early, but we're going to do a sheep out of spun cotton. So I did one sheep. I did one already. The first one I did, I have it on my Facebook page, and it looked like the legs were funny. So I took it apart and fixed it. So I'm still playing around. I'm still learning. And we're going to start off by taking a piece of cardboard, cut it out. Just use your judgment what shape it would look like. I might trim this up a little bit more. Give it a shape of a sheep. The skeleton of the sheep. So I just took a piece of cardboard. Then I took some cotton. And let me show you what I did. So I wrapped cotton around the cardboard. Then I took some thread and went around and around. And then I tied it off just to hold the cotton in place. The first one I did not do this thread technique. So I'm just playing around, trying to do different things. The first time I did it, I forget what I did with this. I used a toothpick for the legs. Hey, Ash, how are you doing? So I took a toothpick and cut it in half. So I ended up this was the original piece that I did, and I took the toothpick out because I had my leg right here. It just didn't look right. It just looked funny. So I took the leg out and I put a new leg in by taking a piece of wire. I have a little piece of wire here somewhere that I use, and I just put a hole in there and redid the leg, and I just rewrapped it. So that's what I'm doing here. Then I started thinking, I did the toothpick, cut it in half. I got these toothpicks at the Dollar Tree. So I just cut it in half and took the pointy part. Hey, Tony, how are you doing, Tony? Tony, I thought about you the other day. I thought, girl, we got to get to Hobby Lobby. Let me know when you're ready to go. So cut it in half, the toothpick, and I jammed it up inside and secured it with some glue. And the glue I'm using, I made cornstarch glue. This is a cup of cold water to a tablespoon of cornstarch. You mix it together and heat it up. You can probably do it in the microwave. I did it on the stove. And the more cornstarch you put in, it will make it thicker. So if you want to make like a paste. So that's what I did. I made like a cornstarch glue. So we're going to try this now. We're going to start on this till we get to this part. This part's drier. Hello, Texas Breeze Creations. Welcome. So we're going to start with this first. So I'm going to take some cotton. And the cotton I have here, I'm a retired hairdresser and still do hair. So I got a big box of cotton for when I do my perms. So we're just going to go ahead and take this cotton off of here. Go ahead and just take that right off of there. Then I'm going to take it with my thread. The first time I tried this, I didn't use the thread technique. But I did a lot of research, learned how to do this. So I'm just going to do like a little base of the cotton. And it's just, try it out, guys. Try it out and see how you do. Hello, LaDonna. Welcome. So try it out. And I'm going to take some string, just any kind of string. This is my sewing string. Well, it's a bobbin. It's a spool I found in my little drawer. So I'm just going to wrap this around. Put a little bit more here. And just wrap it around to hold it in place. Just to fatten up this little sheep. Oh, guys, I want to show you real quick. I probably should wait till I get more people on. How do you like my little prairie doll I did? I think she came out so cute. My first attempt with a prairie doll. And I have to give all the thanks to Primitive Country Memories by Jody, because she made one on her page, and it inspired me to make one. So it was a lot of fun, my little prairie doll. She looks a little bit like an alien, but as I said, my first attempt. So let me sit her over here out of the way. Okay, let's get back to the sheep here. So it's just so much fun to try different things out. I know some of you guys are creators, some are just viewers. But if you like to try something, follow the different creators, you know, check out, see what they're doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to snip this off, put this over here and tie it off just to hold it in place. Snip that off of there. So the first one I did it with a toothpick. I did it with a toothpick. Then I thought, let me try using a Q-tip. So I cut it in half. I don't know how it's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and try that just to see how it works. You know, you just try and see how it works. And if it don't work, you know not to do it. So hopefully you'll learn from me tonight. Oh, look at my little pumpkin I did. Isn't this cute? This is done from the spun cotton. Same technique. And it came out so adorable. I made a little one and I want to try a big one. So I'm going to take this. This will be the front of the face. I think I'm going to try a little hot glue to hold this in place. So let me put a little hot glue here on my table here. As I said, we're trying this stuff out. So I'm going to put it here. Hold that there for a second. And turn around and do the other side. And turn it around and do the other side. Push it up there. Just hold that for a second. Then we're going to do it over here. Let me cut another one. I'm just playing around here. Cut this in here. Went upstairs. I thought, oh, let me use the bathroom real quick before I come back down here. I thought, oh, let me try a Q-tip. So just push this in here. Jam a little hole there. Get my little teeny scissors. Find a little place to jam the little hole. Get some more glue on there. Oops, let me get a little bit more glue. They dried that quick. It got hard. So we're just playing around here. Putting the glue there. Because we're going to wrap more cotton around here. So how's everyone's day doing? I had a good day. I've been going to physical therapy today. I did something to my shoulder blade, and it goes under my arm and goes down my arm. So I don't know what I did. So I'm going to physical therapy for that. See, where do I want to put this at? Get this in the right hole. So we're just going to put that there and hold it there for a minute. Then we're going to start taking some cotton. Just take little pieces at a time. And we're just going to wrap it around to reinforce that. And I'm taking a little brush and a little bit of my cornstarch glue that I made. So I'm just going ahead and put that on there. Now when you do layers, I'm just going to show you what I did. Because then you can, after you get so much done, you can put it in your oven at like 210 degrees. And help dry it out, speed up the technique. And so that's what I did. So just put a little bit more glue on here. And just keep adding some glue. Adding some cotton, little pieces of cotton. And take it and just go, whatever way you lay the cotton, go that direction. Go that direction to apply the glue. I don't know about you guys, but I go to bed at night, I lay in my bed and I put on YouTube and do research on all kinds of things. And I have fun. It relaxes me. It used to be Everybody Loves Raymond. Now it's YouTube. And you can learn so much. So you just keep going around, fatten this little sheep up. Add little pieces to it. Then add your glue. So I'm doing it pretty good on this one. I was going to go ahead. Well, when we get so we can't go any further, we'll start on this one. Because this one's dry. So let me go ahead and just keep adding the cornstarch glue. Hope you can see it okay. Sticking to my fingers. I have myself a little wet wipe here, so every once in a while I wipe off my my fingers. So now you can see a little bit of that cardboard there. So I'm going to take some more, put some of this cardboard on, some of this cotton on this cardboard. Yep, there's my little foot I took out of there. Just keep playing around with it. Keep playing around with it, and then once it dries, you can add more to it. Yeah, so, you know, it's not going to be perfect because this is my second attempt doing this. So the first one I did, I have it on my Facebook page, and it looks really funny looking. But now, you know, now it looked kind of cute the more I worked on it. So I'm just adding more cotton. You do so much and then put it in the oven. To let at 210. No. Hey, White's Creations. Hello there. How you doing? Vicky, is that right? Are you Vicky? I believe you're Vicky, unless I forgot. And we're making a little cotton spun little sheep. Little lamb. Now, next Wednesday night, today's Thursday, next Wednesday night, I'm in an event for the Creative Creatures Assemble, and the theme is farmhouse. So I already got what I'm going to do already planned out. Crafts I've been wanting to do for a while, but it's going to be so pretty when I get done with it. I can't wait to make it. So I keep doing this. Now I'm going to set this aside so I can work on one that's been dried a little bit. So this is the one I started doing. I got cotton all over me. It's like spider webs. Like spider webs. Okay. So this is the one I pre-did. I started working on. So I'm going to take a little bit of cotton and I'm going to go around the legs. Let me get a little bit of this glue. I hear something, I always like to try it out. I am making a little lamb. Here's one I did already. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's by this using cotton. And the cotton that I have here is what hairdressers use. So the first two legs are done with toothpicks. I couldn't think of it. My mind goes blank sometimes when I go live. Toothpicks. I cut it in half. But I got an idea. Let's try using Q-tips. So I'm just go ahead and going to wrap some more around here. Just little bits at a time. Just fluff it up a little bit. Add a little bit of glue. Just take your time, guys. Take your time. Put it in the oven. Let it dry a little bit. So I'm going to take another little piece and I'm going to go around this leg. Just wrap it around. Then I'm going to take it and take to my brush. My little brush, and just go around it and put the glue on there. Do you see how I'm doing that? Just going around it. I hope you can all see okay. I can believe it's Thursday. I cannot. Hello there, Susan. Welcome. I cannot believe it's Thursday already. Tomorrow is Friday. My granddaughter's coming home this weekend. And I'm just wrapping this around the leg. And Saturday, we're going to go down. She lives 3 hours away. She's coming home. And we're going to go down and to a place called the Bay Crawlers, where they have crabs. It's close to, it's down in Maryland, next to the Chesapeake Bay. And they have all-you-can-eat crabs, so that's what we're going to do on. See how this is coming out? I'm just wrapping around each leg so I get what I like. Now I'm going to fill this in a little bit more right in here. And I'm going to make it puffier. So it takes steps to do this. You know, you got to keep drying it. You got to put it. See, my heat tool, I don't want it to get too hot. So I got to be careful that it doesn't burn. So you put it in your oven. So I'm just going to keep adding to it. Keep adding a little bit more. Right there. Make it a little puffier. So I'm just going to add that to it. I started off with a cardboard. And I added some of the cotton to it and took some thread and went around it. So now, I would like to add a little bit more, but in the meantime, let me get this off my fingers. It's sticking to my fingers. I went ahead and made what did I do with it? I made a little tail, then I also made a little ear. Well, let me show you. I took a little bit of the cotton. Just take a little bit of cotton. Just put it down. I have it laying on parchment paper. So I'm going to take some of the glue, the cornstarch glue that I made. 1 cup of water, cold water, to a heaping teaspoon. So I got like this. This looks ridiculous, I know. But we're going to play around with it. I'm going to take my scissors and hold it in place. Can you see it okay? And put that there. Then I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to dry that. We're going to flatten it out and make ears for the sheep. It's sticking to that clip is sticking to the parchment paper. That's good. Now just keep drying it. Turn it over and dry it till it gets dry. It won't take long for it to dry. Let me check it out. So I'm just going to shape it up a little bit more. Just squeeze that cotton in there. Play around with it. Lay it back down again. Now I'm going to hold it down with my scissors or whatever you want to hold it down with. So I don't want it flying off the table. Hello, Kathy Miller. Welcome. We're making a sheet of cotton, spun cotton. So let me feel that. Okay. Now I'm going to shape this up a little bit. Let me take my scissors. It's still just a little bit damp, but that's okay. I'm just going to shape this up a little bit. Maybe I can just roll it over. I'm just going to cut that off. Well, I'm so excited, everyone. My daughter and my granddaughters are coming home for Thanksgiving. We decided I was going to fly out there, and I thought what I would spend on Airbnb and my airfare, I could pay for them to all fly home. So that's what we're doing. They're going to fly home for Thanksgiving. So I need to get a hold of, when I get off my live tonight, I got to call my daughter's mother-in-law so I can invite them to come. Because they don't know yet that they're coming home. But I'm so excited. Now I put a little bit more glue in there. I'm going to dry that now. So it's going to be a nice Thanksgiving this year. It's been a long time. Last year it was just my husband and I had my neighbor from down the street. And because the family likes to take turns. So I'm going to have 13 people on Thanksgiving. I'm just so excited. And my daughter and my granddaughters, the two youngest ones, will be here for a week. She wanted to come home with her and her sister because it'll be their 50th birthday. They gotta hold that down. They'll be 50 on the 1st, so they're gonna fly back home on the 1st. But we'll have time together. Now this heat tool gets a little hot. Okay. Now I'm going to take this. We're going to do the ears. So that's why I made this. And I'm going to take this over top, center it, add a little glue to the middle of that, put that down, try to center it, because then we'll put a little cotton over top of that, just to hold it down, if I can get a hold of it. Add a little bit more cotton to it. Can you guys feel the fall in the air? I know, Tony, you live not far from me, so like today feels like a fall day, I'm telling you. We had that hurricane out in the ocean. Where is everybody from? I live in southeast Pennsylvania. And I'm from Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl. And I moved to Pennsylvania about, can you see that? The little ears? So we're going to let this dry. And while this is sitting here, let me see if I can put my heat tool on this a little bit. Maybe we can dry that a little bit. We're going to I made a little tail. Let me show you how I made a little tail. Stick it to my fingers. Just take a little piece of cotton. It all sticking to my fingers. It's like cotton candy. I'm telling you, it's just like cotton candy. And I'm just going to add a little glue to this. Excuse me. And I'm just going to try to shape this into like a little tail. A little sheep tail. Now I looked up images of sheep. I wanted to make sure I got it right. So get your little tail. And I'm going to hold this down. Hold this down, and I'm going to put the heat tool on it. That just fills the table. Okay. I do have a little one I did already. I'm going to trim it up. Get the little strays off of there, little pieces of the cotton that are sticking out. So now, I'm going to stick this on the back. Of course, this has to dry a little bit. It's still a little bit fluffy back here, and it needs to be filled in more, but I just want to show you. So just take the tail and just stick it on the back. Just like that. You know, then put it in the oven. Put it in the oven and let it dry. When it gets nice and dry, then you can go back and fill in more. But 210, an oven at 210 did perfect. So now we're going to get back over here to the one. What time is it? So this is the one I already made. I do want to touch it up a little bit. Go over it a little bit. Put a little bit more glue on here, because I feel a little bit of cotton. Then we're going to dry this. And you could do pigs. I'm going to try doing a pig. I'm going to try doing a chicken. Make a little farm scene. So I'm just going to go over this and dry it. Then we're going to touch it up with some paint. I'm going to show you how I painted it. Even though it's already been done, but I needed to touch it up a little bit. Okay. So for my paint, I went ahead and I used some Waverly chalk paint. I also have a little, let me see if I can find a little dish somewhere here. I do have a little dish right here. So I'm going to put a little bit of Waverly chalk paint in here. And a little bit of coffee grunge. Coffee grunge is a cup of water, cup of warm water. I've had this in my refrigerator. Let me shake it up. A cup of cold water, a half a cup of dry instant coffee, which you can get at the Dollar Tree, because that's where I got mine. 2 teaspoons of any flavor, and you could use vanilla, you could use almond, you could use whatever flavoring you want. But I used almond, I used vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and you could use pumpkin spice, you could use nutmeg, whatever you want, cloves. So I'm just going to put just a dab of this in here. Just a drop. I put the size, like a drop, like the size of a pea. So I'm going to take a brush. You find a nice brush over here. I got a brush. Use whatever brush you need. I must have some dry paint in here. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? It's like dust is coming out of it. So I'm just going to mix that up. I'm mixing up this white and a little bit of the coffee grunge. And I'm just going to go over it. Just paint it. And if you have to go over some more coffee grunge, or you could use some Distress Antique Wax, or you could use some little Tim Holtz ink distressing. Whatever you want to do. It's your craft, it's your creation. So just go on over it. Let me do over here a little bit. Just to cover it up. That helps seal it. So when you get done with this, it doesn't even feel, it's light, it's sturdy, and the feet stand up pretty good. So play around with your feet when you get them on your little sheep, because if they're not right, it will fall over. So play around, use what you think it's going to work. Like I put these Q-tips. Now after this dries some, I will move these Q-tips around a little bit to get it to stand up. So I'm going to try using a little bit of this antique wax. I'm just going to put a drop in my little tray. Waverly Antique Wax. I've had this for quite a while. I think I've had it for about a year, to be honest with you. So just take a little bit, and you can just go over the sheep. Just go over it a little bit. Then if you feel like it's too dark, let me see. If you feel like it's too dark, you can go back over it with some white. But let's face it, sheep aren't the cleanest. They're out there in the pasture. You know, they're running around in the dusty fields. So they're going to get a little, I don't know if you've ever seen a sheep being sheared. It has a little brown on it and all. And when they go through their process, when they shear the sheep, the wool goes into, they wash it. They wash it and bleach it out. So just go ahead and just do what you want to do. Do the tail and everything. Okay, let me go ahead and dry that. So Wednesday night, the Creative Crafters assemble. Also, too, if you go on that page, she is spotlighting each of her crafters she has on her page, Gia Creation. She's the hostess, and hey, Missy's Creations. And so this past Monday, she spotlighted me and tells a little bit how I got into crafting, what I like to do, and a few pieces that I've done. So I just dried that a little bit. You know what? That coffee grunge smells really good. So then I took a little bit of black paint. I took a little bit. Let me get a little brush here. I took a little bit of like brown paint, and I painted like the little mouth here. Then I took a little bit of black paint, and I did the did the feet. So let me just put a dab in here, my tray. If I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I just need a dot. I don't need a whole lot. So I just took my tray. Where's that black paint? I'm going to mix that up with a little antique wax. Go over your feet, the tips of your feet. Now this is dry, so I can work on this one. My other ones I have here are still wet, so I can't do this. So just go around your feet and just put black around the feet. My watch is telling me to get up and move. I like it when I'm running around and I sit down for a minute and then it comes up. Time to stand up. So you get your feet how you want it. Now I'm just going to do a little bit on the eyes. I did it once, but I'm just going to touch it up a little bit. You could even take the tip of your paintbrush and just dab it. both sides of the eye. And then you can make a little shape if you want. How these sheep's got, you ever say they got the sheep eyes, you know? You just fill that in with a steady hand. I know Tony here, my friend Tony on here, Tony Fox. She's an artist. She does beautiful, amazing work. And Tony, you really need to have a Facebook page and show people how you do it. She does beautiful, I'm telling you. When I saw her work, I was like, I thought maybe I should stop crafting. But I'm having fun doing it, so I'm going to keep on crafting. So the tail, I think I'm going to put a little bit more brown on the tail a little bit. Little brown, a little white on this tail. Got a little bit too much. I'm going to go over with some white. It depends. Sometimes you can use like a wipe to get it off. I'm just going to go ahead and go over a little bit of a little antique wax. Go over this a little bit. Maybe just do a little bit of the antique wax on the feet, on the legs, because this sheep's been busy running around in the fields. Just play around with it till you get what you like. So there's my little sheep. This is one I did already. I have the other ones. I got to dry them, play around. This one has the toothpick, which I cut in half and put it in when it's pretty dry. When it's pretty dry, you can take that toothpick and jam it up in there to hold it, to make your legs. So I tried it with a Q-tip, but I kind of think I really like it better with the toothpick. Not a Q-tip, but a Q-tip. But use your judgment. So there's my little sheep. And it's going, bye. Let me see. It looks like I got a little bit too light there. Let me go over here with some of this white. It looks like it got a moldy tail. Let me just put a little bit. So there's my little sheep. Here's my little prairie doll that I made. My very first prairie doll. And I think it came out so cute. It's so easy to make. So I might make a few of these. Put a little flower in his hands. So guys, I'm not going to keep you tonight. I just want to show you what I was doing. So I'll continue heating up these two sheep. I'll take them upstairs and put them in my oven. Here's my little pumpkin, cotton spun pumpkin I did. This came out really cute. So I'll do a live on how I made this. Maybe one day this week, I'm going to make a big one. I know there'll be some events coming up. There will be some events coming up where I might have to make some for fall. So I might make a big pumpkin. But this is done with a cotton. It's so cute. And it looks real. You know, I don't know how it looks on the screen, but it looks so real. So I thank you all for being with me tonight. And go out there and try making yourself some little sheep. It's fun. It's cute. Hey, you keep working on it. You know, maybe you make yourself a little nativity. So I thank you all for being with me tonight. God bless you all. I want to leave you with this. To trust in the Lord with all your heart. You know, not your own understanding, but acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will lead your path straight. So I thank you all for being with me. And as I said, I will be on next Wednesday night for a fact and Thursday. But I might come on again. We'll see. I got all kinds of ideas going through my mind. So thank you. God bless you all. Bye now.